Okay guys, I'm at Heat Press Nation. After meeting this team, I'm so excited to do some stuff with them. So one of the main reasons we went to Heat Press Nation was to see their new products, and this is their new machine, which I am so excited for. It is a hat press and it's super cool and innovative. I'll show you guys a rundown of all the new features, but then there is a demo right after. So stay tuned because I filmed the whole thing and you guys get to be up close and personal just like I was before this machine even came out. This literally just hit the market today, right now, so you can be the first to pre-order it right now with the link in the description. So first I needed to pick the patch that I wanted to use. They had a bunch of cute little patches that I could choose from, and I've never actually done a patch on a hat, so I thought it would be cool to test out the new feature where it heats from the bottom. So here's the machine in all of its glory. It is literally so nice looking and it's just sleek, and I love the touch screen, the auto open, everything about it. So underneath there's a knob to adjust your pressure, and then there's a lot of really cool new features. This right here, it allows you to move your bottom plate and it will actually stop. So if you're mass producing hats and you have one style of hat, you can just automatically figure out exactly where your hat needs to stop. Now right here, Carla is going to show you how she adjusted it, and then you lock it down in place with the little lever in the back. Sometimes if your hat has a hole in the back, it may be a little bit more difficult, but you just have to figure it out. You get the flow of it. So now you'll see that the adjustment actually was a little too close, so it was going to hit the bill. You can manually pull it back a little bit and just hold it with your hand. But like I said, if you're doing mass production, you're going to want to set that exactly where you need it and do each style of hat kind of in an assembly order so you can just pump them out. This is the newest, coolest thing that I thought was the best. It's a new hat holder patch. Sorry, I don't know the actual name for it, but it is made out of silicone and it conducts heat equally, but it holds your patch in place. And my favorite part is it's a little transparent, so you can actually see the design underneath it when it's on. And then of course, my favorite feature on all heat presses that is needed is the auto press or the auto open. It just makes your life so much easier. You can walk away from your heat press for a second and you don't have to run back to it when it starts beeping. And here it is in all of its glory. Super cute hat. Now let's watch the demo.
Size platens, but an issue with this product, which is not really an issue, it's been working great for a long time, is that it heats only from the top. It has a particular wider kind of platen design here. And so if you're transferring anything from the top, it's going to work perfectly. But the problem is a lot of people are doing patches now, a lot of thicker patches, dimensional patches, which are really big embroidered patches, which means the heat actually should come from the bottom because those are really thick and this heat is never going to penetrate through. So there's a little bit of redundancy with these for that particular reason. If you're doing transfers like vinyl, direct to film, anything like that, these are going to be perfect. But as caps have evolved over time and stuff like that, we've done a lot of changes with our Truspec cap press. So first with the design, it obviously looks very similar to our Truspec line here. It has our touchscreen computer gauge with capacitive buttons, but more so in the focus of the structure itself, we make sure that the lower platen now heats up. So if you see right here, it is now fully heated. It's fully controlled by the computer gauge on the top and bottom. But now we also fixed the curvature of the platen. So I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually a little bit of a smaller platen versus this one. This is a lot wider. And the whole purpose of that is a lot of hats are more narrower. So if you look at a Richardson 112, it's very narrow. And it's going to have a lot of problems pressing here because as the pressure comes down on the platen, it's actually going to wrinkle up the cap. And I'll show you some caps over there where some of the transfers that you might do that are like DTF and stuff, it'll crease right here. It'll look terrible. You can never sell it that way. So we have a steeper curvature here. If you look at the body itself, now this is raised so that you can actually press every side of the hat. So if I load the hat here, you can press the front. If I load it sideways, you can press the side. You could also load it this way so you can press the back. So it's an all-around pressing that you can do. It's auto open, so basically there's an electromagnet. As you close it down and the timer completes, it's going to automatically open for you, which is an essential part of hat making. But also, we added this slide out drawer feature, which is very popular on our Truspec model and our Signature series. You might think this is ideal for safety and all that, but there's actually a huge functional advantage of this. So there's a slide out drawer. Why would you need a slide out drawer when you're cap pressing? Let me turn this over a little bit. Basically, you move away the workspace away from the heat. So first of all, you don't want to burn your hands when you have the heating element right above you. When you load the hat, let's see here, you got full clearance right here. So whatever you're loading, you're not going to be in any danger of burning your hands or anything like that. But it's also going to be just a much easier workspace as you're completely away from the heat. The other problem with some of the hats like this one and most hats out there, even the high-end ones that you guys might be familiar with, is that basically the heating elements are static in one position. So when it comes down, it's going to hit and scrape the bill right here. And so this is pretty common with a lot of models out there we've seen, is that you have to almost like pull the hat down, or you have to be careful with how you close the heating element, because if it scrapes down here, you're immediately going to burn that edge, and you're not going to get a good seal. So what we added with the slide-out drawer in conjunction is called a limit plate. And so basically, it's a small little plate here. I don't know if you caught it in the video, but this plate can go up and down. There's several adjustments here. And so you can actually set a stopping point for the cap press, for the slide-out drawer to retract to. And that's going to allow you to make sure that you hit directly right over the crown itself. So for example, I set it to one adjustment behind. It's going to stop maybe like a half an inch before. And so when I close it, I'm not there yet. I'm still going to hit the bill. You can see that. So that adjustment wasn't enough. I can actually just keep going until I get it perfectly for the hat that I'm working with. And every hat is different. You know, you got structured hats, you got dad hats, you got trucker hats, Richardson 112s. A lot of the ones that are smaller, it's going to have a higher basically hitting point here. So if you look at it now I'm getting closer and closer to hitting just that area. And so this is going to help prevent you damaging your hats. It's going to make sure you hit directly exactly where you need to be. And then also it is completely static, so you don't have to think about where you got to stop it by hand. So another thing too is you can also do it by hand so that you can always seal it exactly where you want it to be. And the last thing, also, like everything here is modular. We wanted to make sure that, as Jimmy mentioned in the service department, serviceability, troubleshooting, all that is very easy with these machines. You don't have to get in there if anything goes wrong, rewire anything. Everything here is plug and play. The computer box, the upper platen, the lower platen, it's all plug and play. So if let's just say a heating element tends to go out, you can be sent with a replacement right away and you can just hook up without any kind of mechanical needs. So this right here is patent pending. We have a couple of patent pending features here. Limit plate with a slide out drawer. This is also a patent pending product as well. So you might wonder what this is. A lot of people have shared concerns about some of the sensitive materials and hats out there. I think polyester is okay, but there are some things like acrylic. What are some materials?
Foam.
Yeah, foam. That tends to discolor, that tends to crease. Another thing is if you're doing DTF transfers, however you cut it seems to imprint onto the fabric itself. And it happens on anything really, like polyester, cotton, things like that. And a lot of times people are just kind of okay with it. We saw that, we're not okay with that. We want to try to make sure we can make a product that allows you to make caps that look almost pristine, that look like you just glued it right on there. And so we did a lot of R&D on this. I know there are some like foam cover pads out in the market and some kind of other additional things, covers you can do. It's not the same product. I'll kind of explain how this works. This is a conductive, transparent, so you can actually see right through it, material that stretches. And basically what you do is whatever transfer you're working with, whether it's DTF, patches, anything like that, dimensional patches, embroidered patches, we've tested it all. Basically, this is an alignment tool, this is a placement tool, this is a conductive tool. This allows you to transfer the heat directly from the top and the bottom. It completely reduces the amount of intense scorching that happens on the fabric. So your material is protected. It's not perfect, but it's about 99% gonna reduce most of the materials out there. There are some that you should never be heat pressing, like acrylic. I think you should stay away from hats like that. But if you are working with the common ones, like polyester, nylon, and cotton, things like that, and the blends, this is gonna be the best tool for that because actually, although it is conductive, it really reduces the amount of intensity that happens directly from the element itself. So pretty much the way you should kind of use this product, I should go to that now, right? Basically
yes, so we're gonna have a full demo
Sure.
in a little bit. But
I'll just show you an example of how the workflow here works. It is gonna be a new way of cap pressing for a lot of people, but once you do it over and over, actually I think this is a better way of doing it. Another thing I forgot to mention is that this eliminates the need of heat tape, so you don't actually need to use heat tape anymore. Now heat tape can be used if you're having a little bit of trouble placing certain patches and transfers, but what we've tested, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to use this, you will not need heat tape anymore. And so heat tape can leave marks sometimes too, depending on the hat itself, but basically if I'm ready to press, I would first try to set the limit plate on the type of hats that I'm working with. And so right there, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna pull the slide out drawer. I'm away from the heat, not in any danger of burning my hands or anything like that, and I got a full direct vision of the lower platen itself. I'm gonna load the hat, and you can pull out the sweatband like this, which I'll show you like that, but you don't have to do it. I've noticed that even with the sweatband on, you can actually press directly with this because it's fully conductive. So you clamp it here, whatever transfer you're working with, I don't have one on me now, but let's say you place it here. Well, you're gonna take this, you're gonna hook it here, it has two hooks. What I like to do is leave the transfer here with one hand, I'm gonna place this over, stretch it over, and that's gonna apply a lot of tension here, and it's actually gonna stay, it's not gonna move. And then from here, I can then hook the right side. So one of the main problems that we were thinking about is if you have a slide out drawer and you push it back, the transfer is gonna shift, the cap might shift and all that. Well, this applies a lot of tension here, so it's actually really firmly placed now. No matter what I do, it's not gonna move at all. So from here, I can actually just go ahead and push. I know that the limit plate has set it exactly where I need to press. It's not gonna touch the bill, anything like that. And from here, I can go ahead and close it, lock it in, and then pretty much that's it. And then when you're done, you open it out, take it out like this, and then from here, you can just peel, take out the hat, and then move on to the next one. So what makes this product good? Honestly, I think we've tried to figure out all of the main pain points of what people want in a cap press. I know caps are really, really popular, so if you think about any kind of patches out there, dimensional, like forget all the names, but there's so many different kinds of PVC patches out there. This will do it. It won't ruin the texture or the surface of those transfers, no matter what material it is. We're very confident in that. And we're also very confident that if you look at the finish of the hat, this is a foam hat. These are historically known to burn really easily. And the texture will change, it'll look like almost like unwearable. We've pressed this multiple times with this cap press and that, we're gonna call it the Truspec transfer guard placement tool. And it keeps it looking very new. And I think that's very important for a lot of people. Make sure hats that you produce look like you didn't heat press it.